whenever people get injured or they have a nagging injury, everyone tries to figure out what they should do to get rid of it. What exercise should they start doing? What stretch should they start doing? And that can be helpful, but in my experience, it is infinitely more important to figure out what's causing the pain and then to modify or remove the offending activity. I've seen many patients go in circles, go on the merry-go-round, trying to add different exercises or stretches to get rid of the pain, when really they need to be changing something about what they're already doing. There's a lot of different patients that come to mind when I am saying this. And one of them is a lady who was training for a marathon, hip flexor tendonitis. I was seeing her for honestly a couple months, and it just really wasn't going anywhere. I was showing her exercises to do. I was telling her, hey, do these stretches, do these exercises, whatever. Really wasn't getting anywhere. And after a handful of sessions with her, I was like, why is this taking so long to heal? What's going on here? And when her and I were talking about when she gets the hip pain the most and what her routines are, we figured out that she sits at work like this on the computer. Her knees are right below her chin, and she's in a really deep hip flex position when she's just sitting on the computer at work. And that is absolutely a position that will aggravate a hip flexor. So I told her immediately, stop doing that. Don't do that next time you go to work, and we'll see how that goes. She came in next week and it was like a light switch. She's like, I haven't had hip pain all week. Ever since I stopped sitting that way, my hip pain is gone. So here I am trying to give her exercises and stretches and working with her, even doing some dry needling, all this stuff to get rid of her hip pain. And then it was as simple as changing her sitting posture at work. And that's actually the thing that got rid of the pain. It wasn't any of the stuff that I was trying to do with her. So there's a lot of times where if you just feel like you're on a merry-go-round with your injury or niggle and it's just not getting any better, you need to take a close look at what it is that actually makes the symptoms worse. When do you notice the symptoms are worse? What are you doing in your daily life that might be contributing to your symptoms? It's not necessarily just running. It could be the way that you're running, it could be the amount that you're running. There's a lot of things that could be that's causing your pain. And it's important to figure out what is the thing or things that really aggravate the symptoms. Because if you can remove or modify the things that are aggravating the symptoms, all the extra stuff that you add just gets way more helpful, and it actually does what it's supposed to do. So if you feel like you're just going in circles, start taking notes as to when the symptoms are the worst and see if you can start to find a pattern of, hey, my symptoms are worse in this scenario, or when I do this, it's worse. When I'm doing that, it's worse. I notice that it's always worse after this. So I hope you found that helpful. Give me a like, drop a comment if you have questions, and send this to someone who's struggling with a nagging injury.